We are live. And I have a sore throat. But anyway. Right. I need to make a party. Anyway, sorry. Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Good evening. It's been a while, and I am back to do some lovely commentating. Now, we got some new faces in F3, and I have to learn their names. I have to find out who they are. First of all, Charlie Gordon in the Aston Martin. Where is Brzezinski? He's not even online. Where is Max not even here? Oh, he is in the lobby. Anyway, so Des Towin. Sorry, we're just dealing with a lot here. There's a lot of moving pieces going on at the moment. As Charlie Gordon is starting his first lap, this track map looks horrible. My apologies. In this beautiful Aston Martin, as he goes around in the Miami Hard Rock Cafe, whatever the hell you want to call it, stadium thing. Right, so Mason Piper going fastest. Now Camel immediately seating him at 126.7. So that's going to be the benchmark here. The high 126 is a yellow flag on the track as Mason needs to get away from the Ferrari that looks like Legend. Who the hell is Legend? I need to find out these people are quick before it's too late. Half the grid is set time so far, and there's a lot of drama in the chats tonight. There's a lot of drama in the F3 chat. You know Matei's back when there's all this drama. As we see Matthew Heaney going very wide there, I think to let someone through. Just see any of that data there. And Macaulay Beard setting a very competitive 128. 0.020. 19 corners in total in this track. F5 just finished where it has to be said, I haven't said it already, is Brzezinski already goes fastest with a 126.4. Hard tires are banned this evening. That means you cannot use a hard tire. So if you use a hard tire, you will be in trouble. Simple as that. Camel currently in P2, and this, to be honest, in F5 we didn't have a lot of safety cars. We only had two VSCs and one full safety car, but could have easily been more. So maybe this is a track similar to Monaco where they don't give out a lot of safety cars. Karasik champion, who the hell are you? Let's have a look here. Karasik champion is not Callum Morris. Where is Callum Morris? He's in the other Williams, okay. So we have Mateusz Konieczny in one of the Mercedes. He's Matty. Okay, you just gonna be known as Matty. It's too complicated, your name. Then I'm assuming legend is Sadie, Mr. CW for saying the N-word, Gariev. Then Dawid Stekker's in the Sauber. And the other Williams, the Karasik fella, is Andrei Vezchenko. Not related to Andrei Shevchenko. Okay. So who else are the other people here? I think I know everybody else. Yeah, and Des Tuin. Alright, whatever. I have to find Des Tuin's name. As Alex Theodore complaining of a lot of traffic, and there is quite a lot of cars out on the circuit at the moment, but there's also a lot in the pits, so the main traffic here seems to be around turn 16 to turn 13, that little tricky complex of corners. At the moment, as Matty goes P2, at the moment no one's really challenging Brzezinski. Where is Alex Theodore? All the way down to P15, setting a 130. That is competitive, Alex. My guy. That is competitive. Anyway, further down the field, what is happening? Not a whole lot, to be honest with you. As Brzezinski's on an outlap, it says here. Bastien Breeze hasn't set a time yet. Ronaldinho on his first lap, I think it is indeed. And what's Ronaldinho going to set? It's going to be the 26s, I think. It's going to be a 26.4. That's very close to Brzezinski's time. So you have to really you actually have to think about your strategy here, because there is an optimal strategy, obviously. Mediums are faster than the softs, and they obviously last longer as well. The mistake I made in the F5 race was Callum Morris is gone. Where he is gone, we do not know. As Kamil Blazieginski is coming into the pits. And F4 is now live as well. So we do have two tiers live at the same time. It says it's not live anymore. As Callum Morris is obviously annoyed about what happened to him. Whatever it was. As we've got just over 7 minutes left in qualifying. Sorry, I'm not being the most active at the moment. I'm trying to sort out F4. Whatever nonsense is happening in F4 at the moment. And I also need to order my food. As Yeast giving us the iconic Ferrari meme, which was basically João Santos and myself. Right, as I'm still trying to unpack this mess that's happening at the moment. As the Deliveroo app is being opened for the Friday night treat. What do we get? What do we get? Oh, Thai. A bit of Thai food would be always nice. Where's my guys? Where's my normal delivery? Ah, there it is. As we got just over 5.5 minutes left in qualifying, Brzezinski currently leading the way, but someone will challenge him for sure. Excuse me. Callum at the moment in P5, even though he has lost the car. To go in qualifying. Everyone in the top 8 in pits, legends, whoever you are, again, I can't remember, sorry. As Armin Lewandowski retires from the session. Armin, who's in a VC with Camel, the two McLarens, looking to replicate what the two McLarens did in F5. As the biggest terrorist in Ero has joined Mr. Matei. Lock up your daughters, lock up your grandchildren. He has arrived after serving his 3 race bans. Excuse me. Okay, apparently the stream is up. And I just didn't have it. I couldn't get the link for some reason because I'm stupid. So you've got 2 streams to watch here in the Ero. You've got F3 with myself, you've got F4 with Sparrow. 2.5 minutes to go in qualifying in F3. Where at the moment, Max Jr. Brzezinski is challenging. Well, he's not really being challenged, is he? Apart from Ronaldinho, who's doing 9,000ths of a second. Bastian Vries in P3 at the moment now in a 126.5. He needs to pick up a bit of time as well. Just over 2 minutes to go now. He's got a bit of a train of cars behind him. The Ferrari, a Kick Sauber, and it looks like a Williams, I think. Is it a Williams or is it an Alpine? It is a Williams. Oh, it's a Red Bull, sorry. Oh, that's naughty. What's this? You can't park there, Axel. Alex, what are you doing? Oh, this could have been Dalton's. This could have been really, really naughty there. So everyone's out now on their final attempts. Brzezinski warming up his tyres, but he's not going to be the first driver to cross the line in these attempts. I think it's going to be actually Bastian, is it? Bastian's in the pits. So that's his qualifying session done. .37 seconds to go in qualifying. Yeast is a bit horny with the hard tires. Remember, if you use the hard tires this evening, you will be disqualified. So don't be stupid. Keep it in your pants. Anyway, loads of drivers starting their final laps as Max Jr. Brzezinski going into turn 1. Tricky traction heavy zone here. Into turn 2 now. And 3 and 4. Round the bend now, up into 5 and 6 and 7 as Des Matonen has left the session. We have to get him back in. Unfortunately, we're going to miss these last few laps here. Let's just get him back in. As Legend is retired as well. I think Legend's retired to get him back in. As that is qualifying done. So anyone on a lap now, this is your last chance to improve. Breeze is done. Ronaldinho is also going to be somewhere. Ronaldinho is right behind Max. Bunch of drivers ahead of him though. First across the line is Axel Foley in the Red Bull, and he's going to go P11. After him, I think, is the Williams of Alex Theodore. He goes P14. No real improvement there. Next is the Kick Sauber across the line. Matthew Heaney's invalidated. We got a McLaren of Camel. He stays P5. Next is the Aston Martin of Charlie Gordon. He goes P6. Great result from him. Next is a Sauber across the line. I think it's Chris Pratt. He's up marginally on his time. Where is he going to finish? He's going to go P12. Now comes the big boys. Red Bull next. It's going to be Ronaldinho. I think Max is not improving, so this is Kamil Brzezinski's chance to take pole position. What is it going to be? It's going to be a 126.2. That is good enough for P1. Brzezinski invalidated. Can Matty take a step higher? He can't. He cuts the pit entry. I don't know what he does there. And that is your qualifying done and dusted. My nose just seized up there. My nose is blocked, man. So, Alex Theodore in 16th. Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice. So Ronaldinho in P1, Max Jr., Brzezinski P2, Bastian Vries in P3, Matti in P4, Kamil in P5. It's a Polish 4 and 5. Charlie Gordon in P6, Callum Morris in P7, Mason Piper in P8. Oh, I can't remember your name. Your name is Cara. Cara in P9, Yeast in P10. That's a disappointing result for him. Matthew Heaney in P11, Chris Pat in P12, Axel Foley in P13. So it'll be a 12 and 13 Greek lineup, and then it'll be an Azerbaijani 14 and 15. Alex Theodore 16. Armin and Dawid round out the rest of the grid. As drivers are just setting their strategies now. Strategy is very, very important today. It's actually key, to be honest, around here, especially with the no hard tires. As we are about to get underway, and racing 5 red lights are on the track. We're away. Does Ronaldinho get away safely? He does, but Ronaldinho's, or Max Jr., Brzezinski's right there going into turn 1. What chaos we're going to see. The two of them go side by side into turn 1, all safe from them two. Further down the field, we see McLaren go off the track. I think that's Armin Lewandowski. Kamil still hanging around there as Callum and Kamil are fighting. He looks at a piece of carbon fiber flying off someone's wing there. And Aston Martin getting very close there as Matthew and Mason fighting further down the field. Yeast staying in P10. Des Tuin. Oh, whoa. I think that's Sadie there. He's having a bit of a rough moment. Nicky Lauda getting involved. Charlie Gordon. He's been banged out by Chris Pat already. I'm telling you now, if you're on hards, I'm going to report you. Okay, it's that simple. Matei up 5 places in his debut this season. How long is that going to last? Chris Pat making a dive there into, I think it's turn 11. As this is going to all end in tears here. There's a lot of drivers very close to each other. Oh, as Chris Pat has just been going to bonk there by Dawid. The two V-carbs very close to each other in P15 and P16. Back further up the field, Brzezinski has gone past Ronaldinho. But as we saw in the F5 race, it's not necessarily a good thing to be in P1 here, especially with the two cars behind you having DRS. Bastian and Kamil right there hanging with him. Matti as well, also there. This is a yellow flag in Sector 3. Brzezinski naturally setting the fastest lap of the race. DRS will be enabled as well. And you're probably going to see a double overtake here by Bastian going down this back straight. But hold on. Max is already gone. He's used a lot of that battery up. And here comes Bast. What? Wait. I just missed that. Well, Brzezinski's down to P3. Maybe some tactical dropping of places here by Mr. Max Jr. Brzezinski. As Dr. Kaz has left the server. As Max is really battling here with the Mercedes of Matti. Okay, just give us 1 second as we do invite a driver back into the lobby. So as we predicted, Bastian up to P1, Ronaldinho up still in P2, but that DRS is really going to be helping him tow him along. So you're going to see a different, potentially different, loads of different strategies here. You've got the medium, soft, you've got the medium, soft, you've got the soft, medium, soft, you've got the soft, medium. Loads of different ways to play this. It just depends on your tyre deck management skills. Can you whisper? Sebastian sets the fastest lap of the race so far. As we are being asked to invite someone again. As Legend is... What happened to Legend? Has got a 3-second time penalty by the looks of it. So we have to invite this guy again. And that is Legend. That's naughty. That's naughty. That's a reset to track. You can't be doing that. You're lucky I'm not sparring Maltby, otherwise I'll be reporting that. Anyway, back up the front, Bastian Breeze leading the way here against Ronaldinho and Brzezinski. Armin Lewandowski and Charlie Gordon fighting further down the field, side by side. Keeping it relatively clean, lads. Looks good so far. Well, I said that too early, didn't I? Bit of side pod to wheel action. A bit of wing to diffuser action. A bit more of side pod to wheel action. And that ends that as Armin loses 2 places as a result. But Charlie Gordon, as Bastian Breeze has been overtaken by Ronaldinho going into turn 11. As Max is going to look to have take a move here on the Mercedes. They are going to go side by side in 12 and 13. Looks all clean though. Very, very good stuff. There's a yellow flag in sector 1 for a Ferrari. As Legend is either retired on track or he has just binned it. And I think he's retired on track. Anyway, further down the field, Axel Foley in P18. Destuin is not currently in the lobby, unfortunately for him. Mason Piper, something's happened to Mason, he's in 16th. Dowd in P15, Matei in 14th. Karen, I can't remember your name, sorry. As Matty and Max now fighting. Max dropping all the way down to 4th. This is very much unlike our championship leader. Maybe he's playing some long game that we don't know about. He is on the softs as well, and those softs are already going to start to feel the deck. And here he is, he's been overtaken again now. Him and Callum Morris fighting. The Mercedes and Matty going off the track. Bastian down to 3rd. Ronaldinho up to 1st. Callum Morris in 2nd. It is all happening here at the moment. Ronaldinho's gone. He is checked out. 3 seconds in the lead. And that is that. Ronaldinho going to hold it for the moment, but Matty's got a lot of people behind him. He's got a big train behind him here. At the back of that is Camel, then Max, then Matthew, then Bastian, and then finally Callum. Cara into the pits, the first of our soft runners to check out with those tyres. Make sure not to put the hards on. My nose is so blocked. So further down the field, the two Saubers are close. Well, they're not very close together anymore. So Chris Pat is very close to Armin though, and he's going to make a move here. So nice little camera angle. This Chris Pat that was just stupid. You deserve to get bonked for that. Yeast up to P8 now, taking the position from Charlie Gordon. There's a big train forming here though as well. It's only a few cars, but very close to the back to each other here, going through 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. And the Ferrari here at Yeast is just going to be a sitting duck to everyone behind him. You're going to see it here as Legend has left the session. Max dropping all the way down to 7th now. Very unlike him. And Yeast has managed to keep the position, but here comes a McLaren. That was silly, Armin. That was very, very silly. Two more soft runners into the pits in Vries and Brzezinski. Do either of them put the hard tires on? No. Good boys, good boys. Chris Pat and Yeast now fighting further down the field. Again, Armin, that was a very silly send now. That was a bit stupid. Further up the field, Matthew Heaney very close to the back of Callum Morris. In fact, he's going to overtake him now with the assisting DRS. Callum also with DRS though. Now Matthew has to stay close to Matty to get DRS here, otherwise it's going to be a bit of a sitting duck to Callum. Callum on those softs, so they're pretty knackered probably at this point. As they go through turn 16, down this long, I think it's maybe a quarter-mile stretch. And nobody doing any heroics this time here. Ronaldinho, 4 seconds nearly in the lead. This is a great race for him so far. I'm really enjoying this hard tires ban business. I might make it a permanent fixture, the Ero, because it actually makes people think. You actually have to work out a strategy. You can't just go medium hard. A bit more variance is what we like to see. Now the interesting thing here is because Bastian and Max have pitted, if they get caught in any traffic here, it's really going to derail their races. And this is the thing now with the soft and mediums only in use. You will get caught in traffic, especially on a narrow street track like this. I suppose Bastian is kind of towing Mick here along. Axel Foley really out on an island by himself. Matthew Heaney closing in on Matty here. Ireland versus Poland at the moment. Going into turn 12, now around up to 13. This is probably one part of the track where you can get a track limit warning if you're not careful, you take too much curb. As we're into lap 8 of 29. Ignore the saxophone it was just playing. And we are now moving along. There's a yellow flag, and that's someone in the pits. Armin's gone. He's just retired. He's had enough today. He's just checked out altogether. As I'm getting tagged. We're fairly moving along here now. Entering about 1/3 race distance, finishing up. It's time for me to order my food. 19 laps to go. As we see now, Matthew getting close to the back of Matty. The medium runners really starting to stretch these tyres on as Max and Vries are finally swapping positions. We'll see what happens there. Excuse me. As Dowd now into the pits. Another medium runner. He's probably one of the first of the medium runners to pit. Matei with a 3-second time penalty. He's our second driver today to get a track violation. And these two very, very close to the back of each other. Ronaldinho still maintaining a plus 3-second healthy gap here. Chris Pat and Alex Theodore fighting. These two guys will be one to watch over the course of the season. Two of the more prominent terrorists in the Ero. Alex Theodore actually was on to win here last season, if I remember straight. He was on for a win at one point, and then Wrongson decided to murder him. That was a while ago. Yeah, I forgot about that. It was actually down this corner they're heading to now. Vries and Yeast now fighting. Ronaldinho into the pits. Matty follows him in. And a few drivers making their way past. Yet again, nobody putting the hards on. Great stuff, lads. Great, great stuff. That's what we like to see. A bit of common sense here in the Ero is always appreciated. Bastian now getting past Ronaldinho. So Bastian's elected for the soft medium, I'm assuming medium strategy. So he's got another 6 or 7 laps to do with these tyres. Maybe a bit longer. As there's a V-carb very wide off the track there. I'm assuming that's Alex Theodore. And he's locking wheels with Chris Pat. Bit of chaos here on Friday night, but it's all good in the hood. Bit of wheel bagging here in between Alex and Max, by the looks of it. Max on those softer tyres. Takes a lot of curb down the exit 16, compromises him there, and I'm assuming Bastian is going to be right on the back of the Romanian, and he already is through. Bastian, not a lot of battery left though. Alex can fight this if he wants to. Alex not. Alex is just tucking nicely behind him. Red Bull and Sauber fighting right behind as we see a yellow flag on the track as Axel is off again. No good for him. Charlie Gordon takes P1 in this race. Matthew Heaney into the pits. Camel into the pits. All happening right now in Miami in F3. No idea what's happening in F4 at the moment, but make sure to tune in there if you are interested. There's some notable characters in the Ero in that tier. So only driver now on the soft is Camel. So Camel may be electing for the medium, soft, medium strategy. Let's see how that pans out for one of our favourite poles in the Ero. Great guy, Camel. Does so much for the server. Worthy admin. Dowd has left the session, and he is gone. And he stuck the hards on, but that doesn't really count. So, yellow flags, but no safety car, obviously, as of yet. As the race just does begin to settle down a bit. Charlie Gordon has a 7-second lead. However, I think he's going to start to have to hang out for a safety car now. The problem is is if the safety car comes out, he has to pit, but what's he going to go on to? He goes on to the mediums, then he has to pit again anyway. So it's a bit of a sticky situation, to be honest now. He's kind of missing his pit window almost, if that makes sense. He'd have to probably go long and do a one stop now at this rate. That's what it's looking like. So that means he has to do at least 8 more laps on these tires, if not more. That's going to be quite tricky. Anyway, yellow flags in sector 1. Nothing happening there. As everyone just begins to settle in now, and those big DRS trains seem to have all calmed down now. As we see Ronaldinho, who's in a great position in this race. Now Brzezinski, a different strategy to Ronaldinho. So we'll see how these two play out towards the end of the race, because that's what's really going to matter the most. But this is the thing I like about this event, this structure. With you banning the hard tires, you actually have to think, and you're seeing people on loads of different strategies, which is great. An engineer would probably be needed on this for this kind of race. I think some people could do it anyway, full time, but so Matthew Heaney has the freshest mediums on the track. Chris Pratt finally into the pits after 12 laps. But what's he going to go on to now? If he goes on to another set of mediums, he's going to have to ride those out for 10 laps and then just what? Use a set of softs for a sprint at the end. I think he's cost himself too much time. Axel Foley's gone. He's had enough today. Charlie Gordon with a 3-second time penalty. That's unfortunate for him. Showing good pace and has elected to go long, but c'est la vie, that is life. As Ronaldinho is closing in here on Brzezinski, those fresher tires making a difference. Further down the field, Chris Paz got on the softs, Mason Piper on the softs, Yeast on the softs. So a lot of drivers electing for the medium, soft, medium strategy. Which is fair enough. Makes sense. Ronaldinho really closing to the back of here. Alex Theodore finally into the pits. And Kara, sick champion, is up to P10 as Alex drops down to P11. Okay. And we see here Ronaldinho closing the two Polishmen. Gonna go side by side. No, are they? Yes, they are. And Max is not going to give this one up. Giving space, very clean from the two of them there. And he keeps the position by keeping the inside line there. But here comes Camel again for another assault. Max kind of giving a bit of a weave there to the right. A bit of a squeeze attempt there. All looking pretty clean between these two. No contact just yet. So far, so good. Long may it last. As Yeast is gone as well now, the latest driver to retire in the pits. So we've lost quite a few drivers here. None of them have actually been mechanical failures, they've all been retirements. As the Red Bull and the Haas yet again battling it out. Over half race distance completed. Charlie Gordon still hanging it out there. He's definitely on the one stop. Interesting strategy from him. If he can make this work, it'd be absolutely fantastic to see. And Ronaldinho getting past Max. So is Matthew Heaney as well. Bastian very close to the back of Max. So these four seem to be kind of just all fighting between themselves. Bastian, Max, Matthew, and Ronaldinho, or Camel, as he's also known as. Matthew was showing good pace at the start, is all the way down to P7 at the moment. Camel on his soft stint is in P8. Chris Pratt in P10. Alex Theodore in P11. Matei not really making an impact. Is okay. Well, he's not even in the lobby, so it's fine. Now, what is the next thing happening here? The next big item is Alex Theodore getting a 3-second time penalty. That's our 5th driver in this race. As Max is a big wobble there, or is that some desync in the lobby? Unknown. Someone might have gotten an invite or something. Big load of desync there. Has a compromise, but hasn't, so I think it's okay in his screen. As Bastian and Matthew fighting 4P4 on the track. Check the YouTube account. Oh, Lex Hod is in the house. Oh, God. Oh, no. What does this guy want? What does Bozo want? Alright, Lex, hold on a second. Bashi, where is your comment for ERS? You hung with your stuffy nose as well. No, I didn't work today, Lex. I wasn't working today. I was taking a day off. I actually played tennis today, would you believe? Yeah, I've been knocked up with the flu all week, so, like, yeah. I wear a mask, anyway. I think I sneezed in the mask on Wednesday. Yeah, that wasn't nice. Anyway, getting back to the racing. Callum Morris in P7, and he's right on the back of Matty here. He's going to have a nice helping of DRS. It's not enough to help get the move done. Loads of Barry, but so is Matty as well. The top 5, almost all out of DRS range for each other. Max into the pits. First of our front runners in this race to pit. Is he going to go in the softs now? He must do, right? No, it's the mediums for Max. Interestingly enough, the jig is up now, it looks like. I think drivers have copped on that the softs are just not fast here. Charlie Gordon, has to be said, still on a one-stop. Oh, is that an illegal exit from Max? Lex, you want to hear more about my day? Okay. What did I do today? I had a nice sleep in. Then I woke up, did some admin work. It's tax season here in the UK, so people who are self-employed, we have to start filing our taxes and the like. And what else did I do? I played a bit of tennis in the afternoon. Treatment planned a few cases. I have a big case tomorrow morning. So I just did some homework on that and some extra planning. Spoke to a few of my suppliers, a few of my technicians, and that was my day really in a nutshell. And I have to get my car MOT'd and taxed for the year, so yeah. Matei up to P12, Mason down to P13. And Matt and Reed are still fighting here into turn 16 as they both go. So Ronaldinho has been in a very, very strong position all race long. It's been great to see from him. This has been a dominant display from him. Very unlike Brzezinski not to be really fighting or knocking on the door here. Bastian into the pits. Camel into the pits as well. Camel's had enough of those soft tires. He's going to go on to the mediums till the end, I think. Bastian's onto the mediums. Karasik with a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Naughty, naughty. Camel goes on the softs. Interesting. Yes, Lex, it was a busy day, my flower. But like, I'm proper banged up. Like, it's just, I think my room is stuffy as well. Like, it's like there's a lot of heat in the room, so that probably doesn't help. It is what it is. We move. It's okay. So Ronaldinho, now technically he can finish the race with these tires. No, he can't because he did medium, so he's going to be coming in this lap probably. I'm assuming Charlie Gordon is going to do so as well. Matthew Heaney's still going to have to pit. Matic's still going to have to pit. Callum definitely has to pit. The only one who doesn't have to pit out of these front six is Brzezinski. I'm assuming Chris Pratt's going to be in again as well. Ronaldinho staying out though. Charlie Gordon is indeed into the pits. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3 for what I do not know yet. Matthew Heaney also into the pits as well. I have seen a few people crossing the pit lane, Lex, but I am not like you. I am not a grass. More drivers into the pits. Chris Pratt. He's going to get rid of those soft tires. Matthew's put on the soft tires. The Romanian brothers are fighting on the track, which is what we all love to see. One of them will kill the other at some point this season. There will be a slur probably said, and I'll probably have to ban one of them, but that's just life at this point. Chris Pratt going on to the medium tires. These two still very close to the back of each other. Mason Piper also joining this party. Do so at your own peril, my good sir. The top three all on those old medium tires, and Max is just going to be getting so much time to them as well. You could see a double overtake here by Mason Piper. Oh, as Matei kind of cuts him off. Well, Mason's just running straight on. I don't know what has happened there. Average V-carb F3 incident. Anyway, Camel. He's going to be in a good position here when those in front of him pit. Ronaldinho into the pits now. Where does he come out in relation to Brzezinski? Has he lost too much time to Max? Has the undercut worked here? It's going to be very close between these two. I think Max might get it. As that Red Bull comes sailing down the pit lane. Yes, Lex, I might end up doing the comms at F2. Max is going to get past him. So is Charlie Gordon. Interesting. Interesting. So Ronaldinho, who was leading for so long in this race, has he made an error? Has he stood out too long? I don't think the two softs in your strategy actually works. Don't think so. But anyway. We move as now, by the looks of it, now it's Brzezinski's race to lose, interestingly enough. But here comes Ronaldinho. And he's going to get past Charlie Gordon. He's got a bit of work to do now. He's got 5 seconds to catch up to Max. So really going to dial this in here. Well, not 5 seconds, 3 seconds, but anyway. Yes, Lex, I will be doing your comments. I will abuse you, don't worry. Oh, good job, Matej. Gay 10-second penalty. Good job. Matty coming out of the pits now on a fresh set of softs. So P2 and P3 and P4, everyone apart from P1 have all completed their pit strategy, should we say. It's now just about what tyre do you want to be on at the end of the race. For me, I would like to be on the mediums. Because these softs deg really, really hard and you'll feel it right towards the end of the race. I am definitely checking your onboard when you go into the pit Lex. 100%. I am watching every single pit entry like a hawk. So Ronaldinho is closing in. He's closing about a second so far from what it was. Closing that a little bit more. Max has got so much battery. He's not even using any battery either. He's just regenerating it. Axel's at the session. And Ronaldinho is going to be within DRS here if he keeps this up in the next straight. As they go into turn 1 here, past 2. Now round 3, missing the curve nicely there. This is the battle for the win. And the question is, how long can Max hold off Camel? Can he hold off Camel? Will he hold off Camel? Camel's not going to have DRS here anyway, I don't think. Or will he? Be very, very close. Find out in just a second. He will have DRS, and that is going to be bad news for Brzezinski. Kamil Blizhikinski fighting with Matthew Heaney, who's been ghosted there, so he's obviously had a moment. Bastian Breeze currently sitting in P5, but that's probably a net P3. Charlie Gordon with a nice one-stop strategy, making this work. Let's bring him up quite a few places. Further down the field, Chris Pratt in P10 with an overtake on Karasik into turn 11. Good stuff from them, keeping it nice and clean. Further back up the field, Matthew Heaney with another 3-second time penalty. That's really going to derail his charge up the field here. Not a whole lot else happening. Ronaldinho is right on the back of Brzezinski though, and Niki Lauda also staying with them. Bastian also joining the party as Alex gets another 3-second time penalty. Now Max really has to just kind of hold on here and hope that these softs deg really, really hard, being the dirty air of his Haas. That's the main hope at this point. But you can just see here as Matthew Heaney's gone. He's retired in the pits. Disappointing end for him. And gaining. Not using any battery though. I think he wants to get this move done in the next straight. Oh, he's going to go for it here now into turn 11. Side by side they go. The two Polishmen, and Charlie Gordon is right on the scene too. This is still not done yet as the two of them are very, very close. No contact. Absolutely lovely stuff here. It's the cleanest race I've seen in F3 in years. And that is Callum up to the race lead. Callum Morris still yet to pit. And it's going on and on. But here comes Brzezinski right back at his Polish compatriot and gets the move done. But here comes Camel out, an attempted switchback but not enough juice in that. He's going to have DRS though. And these two putting on a show in these last few laps. Max with loads of battery left. He's just playing the long game here, helping just to deg the back of the tyres on Camel. That's all he's doing. As Mason Piper into the pits to get rid of those soft tyres. 11 laps is a long stint of those softs, I can tell you that much. Well, Max is in a great sector 1 there. He's dropped 7/10 on Camel. It's not going to be enough. Is Camel not going to go for this time? I'm sure he's not. If he can just stick with Max here, you'll get a good exit. Max still with loads of battery. Not pushing at all. Bastian with loads of battery too. The only person really pushing is Camel. He's recovered quite a bit here, but he's going to need to save that battery for later on. Wow, Max had a great exit there. Callum Morris still not into the pits yet. And if you are Camel, you want to be saving that battery as much as possible. At the end of the race, the crossover is about to happen between the softs and the mediums, though. Bit of a moment there for Max, but he's okay. Is Camel going to go for it here? He sells the dummy there, doesn't actually go for it in the end. Bastian's still very close behind. Charlie Gordon also very close behind. Things really, really heating up here in Miami in F3. As you can see, the three front runners there. Callum, 18 laps in those mediums. That is a long stint. I think he has to go. I hope he's gone on the softs. He started the softs, he's going to the end. As we see Bastian there, he went wide, he's got a 3-second time penalty. Let's have a quick look here and see. Callum is on the 1 stop. So he doesn't have to come in again. Wow. That's good. He's still going to drop the whole way down to P5. Maybe actually P3. Further up the field, these two battling yet again. Side by side. This time Camel's going to have the inside line. Max is going to have to back out. He's got full battery though. So if you're Camel here, you have to start wondering when you start conserving. He's using now, but it's a bit folly. Because Max is in complete control here and he's going to have DRS. The red blinking light, he is recharging. And just like that, Max will get the position back. Again, using minimal amounts of battery. But he's going to compromise himself there. Bastian arriving onto the scene too. It's Bastian and Charlie Gordon fighting. And just like that, Max getting back into the lead of this race. Ronaldinho right on the scene though. It's getting very, very close here as we go down to the last 2 laps. As I'm sure there'll be quite a few reports after this race. Chris Pat and Camel fighting. And this is it. A straight shootout to the end now. No more safety cars. Nothing like that will happen. It wasn't even a safety car this race at all. Bastian and Charlie fighting now again. Ronaldinho and Max fighting again. Ronaldinho again making the move into turn 11. And Max just sticking with him. Oh, as there's contact. As there's big contact here and they're all ghosted and it's all just happening now. It's all the chaos. Max drives straight through Camel. So does Charlie. Lots and lots of chaos here now at the moment. That's probably going to be investigated after the race. Everyone's got DRS apart from Max. And here comes Camel down the inside into turn 16, I beg your pardon. These two again locking wheels. It's all very close now. There's a lot of handbags being thrown around the place. This is going to get scrappy, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Last lap shootout. Do you want to be leading? Do you want to be the leader or the hunter? Bastian now and Camel fighting. And this has allowed Brzezinski a nice little gap to ride off into the sunset. I think if this keeps up, Callum's going to get P3, and that's going to be a very well-deserved P3. 20 laps on those medium tyres. It's an amazing stint. Cara stick with a 3-second time penalty. Nicky Lauda waiting in the wings. Here we go, a race to the end. But I don't think it's going to make all that much difference. I think it is going to be Max's day. He's actually closing on Callum here. He's going to have DRS as well. With Callum not even having DRS, and that's going to be all she wrote, folks. He'll cross the line in P1. Well, they're going to be battling for some reason. I don't know why. Callum with a bit of a wobble there. Brzezinski will cross the line in P1 provisionally. Will there be a steward's report? We will find out, but it will be Max P1, Ronaldinho P2, Callum P3. Amazing drive from him. 21 laps in those mediums. Take it out, son. Baston Breeze in P4, Charlie Gordon in P5, Matty in P6, Chris Pass in P7. Karasik and Camel battling now for P8 over the line, but Camel will take P8 as Karasik is a 10-second time penalty on cert. Matei will take P10. Mason Piper now next to cross the line in P11. And that is going to be that, folks. Alex Sierra, and a return to form, finishing in P12. He will get a point for his troubles. And just like that, F3 is finished. F4 is still going on as far as I'm aware. It will be before steward standings, for steward findings. Max Jr., Brzezinski in P1, Kamil Plishkinski in P2, Callum Morris P3, Bastion Breeze in P4, Charlie Gordon in P5. Those two, Callum and Charlie, did a nice one stop. Lovely. Matty P6, Chris Pat in P7, Camel in P8, Cara in P9, Matei in his return to Ero in P10, Mason in P11, Alex Theodore in P12, the rest DNF'd. F4 is still ongoing. Make sure to tune in there to see what is going on. Just to give you a quick update, Bouncy or Straw, whoever the hell that is currently leading that race, followed by Faz, then David Ann, who had a great race in F5, Matty Bally in P4, Luis Saligiero in P5, then Mark Anderson in P6, Mr. Cornflakes in his return to ERO is in P7, Isfad in P8, Darrell Ann in P9, and the rest of the field are just kind of doing what they want to do. F2 is tomorrow night, and F1. I hope you have a lovely weekend.